Have you ever seen someone who talks too much and never thinks before they speak? Have you ever thought, what would happen if you spoke without thinking all your life? Would your words help or hurt? In a small village, there lived a man named Rohan, and his words had a way of causing trouble every single day. Rohan lived with his parents, Suresh and Meera, in a quiet village surrounded by green fields and a calm river. From childhood, Rohan talked without thinking. At school, he corrected teachers loudly, even when he was wrong. At the market, he would comment on everyone's business, causing arguments. At home, his parents were always worried. "Rohan," his mother would sigh, "why can't you speak carefully?" "I'm just telling the truth, Ma," he replied. "Sometimes the truth can hurt more than a lie," his father added. But Rohan never listened. One evening, after a particularly chaotic day, Rohan had argued with neighbors, upset the shopkeeper, and embarrassed his little sister accidentally. His parents were sad. "Rohan, I don't know what to do anymore," his mother whispered. "Neither do I," his father said. "Maybe someone wise can teach him." So they went to the village monk who lived near the river. "Please, sir," Meera said softly, "our son speaks too much. He doesn't think. We are worried." The monk nodded. "Bring him to me tomorrow," he said. "I will teach him something important, but he must come willingly." The next day, Rohan grumbled but followed his parents. He had no idea what awaited him. The monk handed Rohan a small bag of pebbles. "Rohan," he said, "each time you want to speak, put a pebble in this bag. If the words are kind, helpful, or true, you may speak them. If not, keep them inside. Your words have weight. Once released, they cannot be taken back." Rohan laughed. "Just a bag of stones? That will stop me?" The monk smiled. "You will see. The weight is in your hands, literally." At first, it was hard for Rohan. A friend spilled milk, and Rohan wanted to shout. He put a pebble in the bag and paused. Instead of yelling, he helped quietly. A neighbor made a small mistake, and Rohan wanted to correct loudly. He hesitated. He smiled, said nothing, and moved on. His parents noticed small changes. "Rohan, did you just stop talking too much?" his mother asked. "I'm trying, Ma," he said with a small smile. But not everything was smooth. One afternoon, Rohan saw two villagers arguing. He wanted to jump in and explain. The monk's words came to mind. "Put a pebble first." He hesitated, and someone else misunderstood his silence. Villager 1 thought Rohan was taking sides. Villager 2 thought he agreed with the argument. Rohan tried to explain, but he had no pebbles left. The villagers laughed at him. He felt embarrassed. The monk smiled and said, "Sometimes silence will confuse people. But patience is still stronger than careless words." Rohan realized, even thinking before speaking doesn't guarantee applause, it prevents harm. Months later, a village festival arrived. Children played pranks. Villagers gossiped. Arguments started everywhere. Before, Rohan would have shouted, laughed, and worsened the chaos. Now he paused, held the bag, and thought carefully. He spoke only when necessary. Stopped fights by asking simple questions. Guided children without raising his voice. The villagers noticed. "Rohan, you've changed," they said. Rohan smiled, holding his now nearly empty bag of pebbles. One day, a stranger came to the village. He was rude, loud, and insulting everyone. Rohan wanted to shout back immediately. He held the bag, paused, and remembered the monk's words. The stranger laughed at his silence. Rohan stayed calm. Slowly, the stranger became confused by Rohan's composure. Without a word, Rohan's calmness ended the tension, and the stranger left quietly. Rohan realized, sometimes, saying nothing is more powerful than speaking. His parents were amazed. Rohan, you listen now. You think before speaking, his mother said. Yes, Ma. I'm trying every day, he replied. Suresh smiled. Sometimes wisdom comes in small steps, son. Not all at once. The monk returned to the riverbank months later. Rohan bowed. Thank you, sir. I understand now. The monk smiled. Remember, Rohan, silence is not weakness, and words, once released, cannot be taken back. Rohan never stopped talking completely. But now, every word had meaning. Sometimes the quiet pause teaches more than 1,000 spoken words. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is hold your words and let them rest.